Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Today, guys, is Monday morning, and for most of the southeast of England, everyone woke up to like a blanket of snow just everywhere. But being I've got the L200 Warrior 4x4, just straight in, no problem at all. Just didn't have any problem getting in. Yeah, see some abandoned cars on the side of the road. Just proper struggled last night. I think it was with the snow, but you know, it is what it is. We have to carry on, and then just work through it. Just deal with what we're dealt with, which is the snow at the minute. So, yeah, I hope everyone's staying safe. Hope no one's had any accidents in their cars. Hope you know, everyone's staying warm as well, because it's really cold all across the UK at the minute. So. Yeah, stay nice and warm, guys. That's what it's all about. So today, let's turn you around. I'm going to get into it. You know, I'll explain exactly what's happened. But yeah, big decision on that Hyundai. Big decision. So let's crack on. Let's explain what's going on. Let's do this. So guys, there we go. Snow everywhere at the minute. I've got to be honest, I think it's kind of just melting away. I don't think it's going to last. So yeah, just have to carry on. So before we get into this Hyundai, I just want to quickly show you what's happened with the Fiat 500. Basically, I come in here Saturday. I had a funny feeling it was going to snow. The forecast was saying it, and there's plenty of videos on YouTube predicting it was going to snow in the southeast of England, and it did. So what I did was, on Saturday, I was working on this car, but bought both cars in the workshop, because I thought if it snowed, then I ain't got to clear them, I ain't got to cover them off, there ain't going to be ice all over them, and they're inside the workshop ready for me to go. So you can see I did all the interior on Saturday. It's looking really smart now. Done all the back seats, all the front seats, just looking really clean. Just hoovered up everywhere, just made sure that it was my normal stuff really. But yeah, looking a lot cleaner. So with this one, I have booked an MOT today at 1 o'clock. So yeah, hopefully. It's not that bad outside, I've got to be honest, with the snow. There's a few bits of snow and ice on the main roads, but it's clearing. I think it's melting away. So I don't think we're going to have much of an issue getting this to the MOT centre at 1 o'clock. So that's the plan. Also, someone has been messaging me about this car for a few weeks now, and they want to come and see it today. And I think they want to drive it away. So, yeah, that's as long as the MOT is good. If we have to do any advisories on that MOT, I'm going to do them straight away. And then that way it gives, you know, it's all done then for when they come and pick it up. It's all done and all sorted. But whilst we're waiting for the time to come to take this for the MOT, we are going to be working on this Hyundai. Now, right, we all know the problems I'm having with this. But before I show you the problems, we know about the problems, because obviously the engine management light keeps coming up, and it keeps saying that it's intake and exhaust cam position sensors out of it's out of spec kind of thing. We'll get into it, guys, and I'll explain a little bit further in a bit, but I just want to quickly show you what happened with the paintwork. I don't think I've showed you the paintwork come back from the paint shop yet, have I? So you can see that he painted the bumper, right the way around the bumper, the whole wing. I think he blended it a little bit, but it looks unbelievable. Like the colour, the actual match just looks really. I don't think he painted this pillar, but the match is incredibly great. It's really good. Like, yeah, really impressed. He also painted the rear bumper as well. which you get, apart from being like just dusty and paint shop problems where they come with dust and stuff like that, it is absolutely bang on all the way around now. So this car is going to look really, really good all the way around. No issues whatsoever. So the main issue we've got now is the engine. Yeah, what happens with it is every sort of 4 or 5 cycles on the key ignition, the engine management light comes up. And it's up again, like you can see it there. So what I'll do is I'll set up the computer quickly. We'll plug her in and I'll show you the codes, what's coming up. We'll do that first and then we'll get into it. So yeah, let's do that. Get the computer done first. I'll show you the codes and then we'll crack on. But I'll explain the plan on this one. So my fingers are so cold. Like, it is so cold. I've got the fire going. And the heat is on the wall as well, just to get the heat into the room, and then I'll turn those off because it will just kill the electric bill will go through the roof. So I'll turn those off in a bit, but let's just put a bit of heat into the workshop. Let me get the computer, I'll set it up, I'll show you what's going on, we'll go from there. Let's do it. Right guys, so we're all plugged in, got the computer, and yeah, as you can see, we've got 2 codes on the engine and we've got 1 code on the ESP, which I think is to do with this. This is the new rear speed sensor, and obviously it's not connected, so I'm assuming it's going to be that. There you go, look. So yeah, we know about that, so we'll leave that for a minute. Let me just show you this one here, which is the engine one. 2 codes on that. Even this is cold, I can't touch it properly. Oh God. So let me show you the codes. So we've got an intake camshaft position sensor and exhaust camshaft position sensor. One is pending and one is history, which is crazy really. So I don't really know, you know, why it says pending and history. It should say active and active, I don't know. But that's what we've got. That's the codes that are on. And it's all to do with the timing belt, I think, the chain. I've changed the sensors. We've tried that. That was the cheapest option. That didn't work. So we've now got to move. So the sensors didn't work. The camshaft sensor and the exhaust sensor, sorry, this side, the intake sensors that side. We've done those. Those are new. It's done. Yeah, it hasn't done anything. It's still there. So we're going to have to move on to more of the expensive side of the engine of this, which is going to be the chain, the guides, you know, the tension, the guide tensioner, the chain tensioner, sorry, and also the gears, these 2 gears up here, which I think is causing the issue. That they are I think they're causing the issue because the chain might be stretched a little bit and it's not reading, because they actually move and they turn and there's like a tolerance, like a degree where there's some movement in them, and they're supposed to move, but they're moving too much. I think that's what's happening. You know what? I've seen online. I've seen loads of videos, and some people were saying they've got exactly the same problem. They do the chain, they do the gears, and it stays the same. Nothing changes. The problem is still there. So it is a risk, but it's the next step. I've got to be honest. Let's just, you know, we'll crack on with that. We'll get that changed over, and we'll see if that actually solves our problem. But I can't leave the car like it, guys. I just can't. I can clear the codes, get it through the MOT, and then sell it. I just can't sell it like that. I have to get it done. It'll just play on my mind too much. So yeah, we just have to crack on and get it done. So that is what we're going to do next. I'll set you up. Let's get cracking. I've got to strip all this stuff down before we can even see the chain or we can see the gears. Let's take the cam cover off. It all comes as a kit. It's a lot of money, I've got to be honest with you. The whole kit is about £300. So don't get me wrong, it could be more expensive. But doing it myself, I'm bringing the cost down. There's loads of room in there. You can see how much room is in there. So, it's quite spacious in there. So I've never done one of these before. Let's just see how it goes, and then we've just got to crack on. But you never do, you know what I mean? Like I've never done a Fiesta timing belt, but I'm seem to be doing more and more of them now. There's loads of different things I've never done before. I've never fitted a windscreen before, but I'm doing windscreens if they need doing myself as well. That is just the process of it. You need to keep pushing yourself, keep pushing your ability, and 9 times out of 10, I do surprise myself, I've got to be honest. So this is just the next thing that I'm going to be doing, which is a Hyundai. So let's set you up. Let's get cracking. Let's start stripping this top end down, and let's get to this chain and gears. So let's do this. Right, I'll tell you what, guys, made some really good progress now. I'm really stripping it down, taking it apart. but I'm being a little bit cautious because I've never done one of these before. So yeah, I'm not quite sure. Definitely that that pulley's got to come off, that crank pulley at the bottom, because the actual, this is one piece. See that there? That's one piece that goes all the way up. It's one bit, and it goes behind that pulley. So that's definitely stopping me from getting it off. The other thing as well I'm not sure about is the water pump. I'm not sure if the water pump is connected to that or it's separate. So again, I'm just trying to take my time, just trying to be very cautious about this. So we'll continue for now. But these obviously are the gears that I was talking to you about earlier. They turn as the engine's running for variable valve timing. And yeah, these are quite expensive, I think, if you bought them separately. But as a kit, I think it's 300 quid. I've got to double check, but I think they're 300 quid for the kit. And I'll show you the kit when it turns up. But for now, guys, let's continue. We've got about another hour-ish before I've got to take the Fiat 500 for that MOT. But yeah, it's definitely getting there. I've put a bucket underneath because I've definitely got to remove that water pump. So I'll do that next. We'll get that out of the way. That could be draining. Yeah, draining off. I don't know if I'm going to catch any of it, but we'll have to see. So let's keep going. I'll set you up. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, making some really good progress again. So yeah, as you can see, the crank pulley is now off. What I did was I got it up to top dead center, and just make sure that it all lined up, and they do. The two cams line up at the top on the markings, and the bottom one lined up as well. And I'll just buzz the bolt with the gun. And yeah, just come straight out, because there is markings on this actual pulley, and you can see it's that one there. That's the timing mark for it there. So yeah, can't really go wrong. But just in case I do go wrong, I have got paperwork, and this is a step-by-step removal and installation of the new chain tensioner and all the process. You can see it goes step by step. It tells you exactly what to do step by step, and you can't really go wrong with it. But yeah, I just thought it'd be handy to have this workshop manual process for this one, because I've not done this one before, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Gives you the torque settings as well, of all the bolts. what they need to be talked up to, which is really good. Yeah. But for now, guys, I need to go and take the Fiat 500 for an MOT. And we'll see, you know, if that's okay, or we need to do any work to that first. Because, like I said to you, someone does want to come and look at it today, that Fiat 500, and I think they want to drive it away. So it's a case of getting on that Fiat 500, getting it for an MOT, seeing if there's any advisories. If there's any advisories, I'm going to do them. It shouldn't take that long to do anything that comes up. So, yeah, we'll leave this for now, and we'll come back to this in a little while. And I'll let you know how the Fiat 500 gets on as well. So, let's go and do that. I'll get off, and we'll come back to this in a bit. So, see you soon. Right, okay, guys, I am back from the MOT centre with this Fiat 500. Let me show you the results. And there we go. Another pass, no advisories, straight through, no issues, no problems. That is what we want. That is what we want all the time on these cars. So, yeah, there wasn't any issue with the rear. I did say to the guy, can you just have a quick check to see if there's anything sort of on the springs or the shocks, anything like that, just because I'm hearing quite a noise in there. He went, nah, absolutely fine, exactly how they should be. So, yeah, a really nice car, all done. Got a little bit of touch-up paint to do on that corner. Apart from that, I've actually just washed it again because I took it out to the MOT centre, and because of the snow, ice, and the water everywhere, it's just completely made this car filthy. So, yeah, I just wanted to quickly clean it up because, like I said to you, I have got someone on their way now to come and look at this car. They're coming from, I think it's about 2 hours away, driving down just to see the car. It does look like they're gonna take it. I've got to be honest. I've let it go for a great price, an absolute great price. I've sold it for 2,995, just under $3,000, and I think for this car is absolutely spot on, the right money for that. So yeah, and they're getting a great car as well for that money. So yeah, there we go, guys. Right, I'll let you know what happens if they definitely have it or not, because you never know. It ain't sold until it's sold and it's in the bank. So I'll let you know what's going on with that. Right. Let's continue with this, because I've just ordered the parts, and they are going to be on their way. As you can see, I've just continued. Let me just take it up a bit more so you can see. I'm continuing. I've taken off the cover now, and I'm getting to the chain. And I'm started taking off all the guides and all the bits and pieces that's connected to the chain. Because you got these plastic guides here. There was one there, and there's one on the bottom. And they all hold the actual chain in position, whilst the tensioner puts the tension on the chain itself. So yeah, we've also got to take these gears off as well, so we're going to replace these two as well. Replace all the guides, place the tensioner, place the chain. I think it comes with a cam cover gasket as well. Comes with all the bits and pieces we need. We're going to put it all back together and see what, if it's any better. Hopefully, this is going to help. And it's going to solve our problem. But you can see, obviously, it's got all the markings where you should line the chain up with the markings at the top. It's all there. You just go through the paperwork step by step, and you can't really, got to be honest, can't really go wrong. But you never know. This is the first time I've done it, so it could go wrong. Who knows? We will find out. So yeah, I'll set you up. Let's continue. Let's get this chain off. We'll get the gears off. I've got to hold the cam here and here. Hold it there with a spanner whilst undoing those bolts there. Those bolts are not stretch bolts, so they can be reused. Hopefully I'll get new ones in the pack. If I don't, we can reuse those. I've checked already, guys. So yeah, let's continue, and I'll let you know what happens with this. Let's do this. Right, guys, there you go. So it is all stripped down. You can see as I was holding it here, undoing the bolt here, and it holds it tight. But yeah, we are now completely stripped down to where we need to be. Now I'm just waiting for the parts to turn up, and then we can just, a case of just continue putting it back together, basically. But yeah, first one done, nearly. I've not done this before on this car, so this particular make and model. But yeah, these are the actual gears that they very slightly move under oil pressure. You can see there's a spring on this one, and they sort of just move to, accommodate the actual valves. So, right. So now, guys, all we've got to do now is wait for the parts to turn up. They're on their way, so it won't be that long. And then once they turn up, it's just a case of I don't think we've got enough time to do this complete today, I don't think we have. I'll get as much as I can done today. But this may be, this might need to do another video tomorrow. So, yeah, right. Okay, I'll come back to you when we've got the parts. So, I'll see you soon. Right, okay, guys, got some good news and some bad news, unfortunately. Let's start with the bad news. So, I had the parts ordered and delivered. The trouble is, they did not come with the gears. Now, on their description, it does say, includes the gears. So, yeah, it's turned up and it hasn't. Phoned up the office or whatever, and they've just basically turned around and said it was they put it down wrong on the website, and it doesn't come with the gears. It just comes with the chain, the tensioners, the guides, the rocker cover comes with this new tensioner, comes with a new rocker cover gasket, but it doesn't come with these gears. So, yeah, that's the bad news. What we're going to try and do, though, is I've spoke to the mechanic at the end. He said that you might be able to open these up and have a look inside about the wear and to see, what it's like inside. So I think potentially we're going to try that first, because even main dealer, these are on back order, and they can't give you an exact time or date or whatever when they're coming in. So it could be a case of the chain is just stretched. And we might be able to get away with just putting them back on if they're not broken or they're working okay. But yeah, just the chain and the guides and the tensioner and the cam cover gasket is £300. But like I said to you, back order, main dealer, don't even know when we can get them in. I can get them off eBay, like a whole set for £500, £550, I think it was, something like that. But with the strikes, with Royal Mail, who knows? It could come in. Who knows when it can come in? It's just crazy when it comes to ordering bits at the minute. So yeah, a little bit stuck in a minute, guys. But I'm gonna see. I might just put them in tomorrow. Put the new chain in. Put those gears back in place, and then just see what it's like. See if it runs okay. But yeah, so that's the bad news. The good news, is the Fiat 500 is gone, sold. So yeah, managed to get 2,995 for that car. Just no questions. They just wanted it there and then. Didn't even want to take it for a test drive. Did not want. Just wanted it. Was so happy with it. But they've been watching me for the last since I got it. They've been watching me. So. They've been really happy with the progress, what I've done, what goes into it, everything. So, but there we go. Like I said to you before, It's the channel is more a selling tool for me rather than sort of just, you know, without the channel, I don't know how I'd sell these cars this quick. I really don't. It's definitely the reason for it, because people, you know, are really sort of, you know, interested in, and they kind of, you know, because they see me doing it, and every step. It's a great little talk. This selling market is. But so bad news, good news. So yeah, guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. Hopefully tomorrow we can get this sorted out, all put that back together and get it running properly without any codes coming up. But I've got a funny feeling these gears maybe, I don't know, maybe just broken. I don't know. I really don't know. If anyone does know, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think in the section below. Drop me a comment and let me know. Because there's going to be people out there that's had this problem before, come across it, knows the situation, knows the resolution. But yeah, drop me a comment if you've got anything to say. But for now, guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. And yeah, it's just been a bit of a cold one today, so it's not been much going on, but I'm absolutely freezing. It's 4 o'clock. I want to get this out to you tonight. And then tomorrow, we're going to see if we can get this back together. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Take care.